Okay guys, so welcome back to another video. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to react to someone else's video. Okay, so a guy called Tran, he makes really good videos, documentary style topics. Now Jake's videos are incredible. I just want to say that before we get into this, okay? And I really respect his opinion on a lot of topics. But Jake has made a video about exposing the dark truth behind social media marketing agencies, okay? So as a social media marketer and as a social media marketing agency owner, I want to give my perspective. I'm going to tell you what I agree with, what I think Jake is maybe wrong about, but also just kind of give you my insights as someone on the other side, okay? So before we hop into the nitty-gritty details, I want you to go down, drop a comment, pound the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it.
But you know what? You learn the most from failures, and it's even better when the failures aren't yours.
Okay, so that point right there is incredibly important. We've just skipped the intro because it's just Jake setting the scene. But the first point that Jake makes is that you've got to learn from your failures, okay? Now this doesn't relate to social media marketing particularly, but this is incredibly important. In my opinion, there's two types of people: the person who takes failure as failure and doesn't do anything about it, and the person who sees failure as a way to learn. And a way to take that as an opportunity to develop yourself, to avoid that potential failure in the future. So I just want to say that's a really good point to start this out with. And I think sharing your difficulties is very difficult, and a lot of people struggle with that. So the fact that Jake is open about his failures with his own social media marketing agency is very commendable.
Social media marketing agencies started to become popular back in 2014, 2015. It was a good opportunity.
So here we have our good old boy Ty Lopez, another internet marketer who is extremely famous. If you don't know who he is, I don't know where you've been living, but Ty kind of brought a lot of light to the social media marketing agency space back in, like Jake says, 2014, 2015. Ty has had a lot of criticisms from a lot of people about his expertise in social media marketing and such like that, but what you cannot say is that Ty is not a good businessman. He can sell a good course and he can get people to write a very good course for him, so shout out.
Zero experience whatsoever. So what happens? You have people trying to take $13,000 from business owners, and then they go on Facebook to ask strangers for help, and then they don't get the business owners any results, and then they lose the client, and then you ruin your trust and reputation with that business owner and everyone in their network, and then you move on to the next business owner, and the cycle repeats.
Okay, so this does happen a lot, where essentially what I see a lot of people doing is they take something that they're not very skilled in, they offer it as a service, but what they do is they overhype and they tend to underdeliver. They basically say, look, I'm gonna get you crazy results, I'm gonna get you 10 new customers every single day for every day throughout the entire month, and they just overhype results without a lot of experience. Okay, so you can only say that if you've done that for someone and if you have confidence in your ability to do it. So this does happen, okay? People overhype and they underdeliver, and I agree. That is something that does happen a lot.
Now repeat this cycle thousands of times around the country for years and years and years until we get to today, and nearly all small businesses have been screwed by digital marketers in the past and have no interest in working with any other ones in the future.
So here Jake basically says that all business owners have been scammed by social media marketing agencies before, or they've had a bad experience, so hence they don't want to sign up with another one. They've got a bad taste in their mouth. And although that is true in some cases, this is why I think it's extremely important to be skilled in what you're offering and to have a case study, okay? You need to be able to go to a business and say, here, I've gotten these results for these businesses that are similar to yours, and this is why I feel like I can get you good results. See, a lot of people go out there and they promise results without having a case study or without having testimonials, and ultimately, if you don't have proof that you can do a good service, it's going to be very hard to convince a business owner to sign up with you because they have been burned by others. So you want to come in as that shining light and be the one that's not going to burn them.
So there's really high competition and the lowest demand ever. Digital marketers have a horrible reputation with business owners, and you have to learn way too many skills.
This is very subtle, but Jake touches on the fact that a lot of people offer loads of services, and to offer loads of services, you need to be skilled in all of those services. So that means you need to spend time learning every single service you offer. So let's say you have some guy, he offers Facebook ads, Google ads, copywriting, and email marketing to his clients. That's a lot of skills to have. Okay, now obviously they're very interlinked. If you're good at one, you have a better chance that you're better at another one. But this is why I personally recommend people to go with one service. Okay, so when you're starting off, pick one thing that you're knowledgeable about or something you can learn quite easily, and one thing that you're going to specialize in and get really good at. So don't pick Facebook ads if you think like you're not going to enjoy that. Why not pick something you have an interest in and just pick that one thing and go all in on it. Now, if you sign loads of clients with that one service, then you can maybe look to offer more services. There's nothing wrong with that once you've proven that you can do one service really, really well and that you have a system to deliver that. Okay, so there's no point of signing up a client for 10 different services because ultimately it's going to be crazy. You're just going to be trying to coordinate all these projects and it's ultimately going to fail.
The truth. Running an agency kinda sucks. Trying to get new clients with tons of competition around kinda sucks.
Okay, so running an agency doesn't have to suck. Like I said, if you offer one service and you have a good system around that, you have people who do the work for you, and you have very clear guidelines of what everybody does, running an agency can be not easy, but it can be simpler, okay? Now also, with an agency, you obviously constantly want to be looking for new clients, and if you're not doing this, then you're going to run into problems, okay? But if you keep on top of that, you will not have a problem doing that in the slightest, okay? Now, if you follow like what I kind of advise in my teachings, you will see that that's a lot of what we do here. It's one service, we do it really, really well, we get a system to deliver that, and then most importantly, we have systems in place so that we can do a lot of outreach. We can talk to new businesses every single day, we can book in lots of sales calls, and ultimately we can keep our pipeline full so we always have new clients coming in.
But I don't really know. Listen, everyone is different. Everyone has different preferences and skills. So what I would think is a great business model for me could be a terrible one for you.
Yeah, look, really good point here by Jake that, look, different people have different skills, and of course one business model is not suited for absolutely everyone, okay? But in my opinion, the reason why social media marketing is such a desirable business model is the fact that you have almost no overheads, like no cost to set up, it's free to start, and all you got to do is really put in time and effort. You need a lot of sweat equity, which, let's be real, if you want to open a restaurant, you need capital. If you want to start any other business, realistically, you need some capital. With social media marketing, because it's service-based, you don't need capital. You can start up with no money and you can just build up with time and effort. And that's why I think it's so incredibly important to at least give it a shot if you're interested in marketing, because if you have time and you want to put in effort, you can definitely see success. So that kind of concludes all of the key parts that I took from Jake's video. Now I just want to say, again, great video by Jake, and all of his content is amazing, so definitely do check him out. But I do think that social media marketing has more opportunity for a lot of people, and it really is very untapped. There's a lot of people who offer it, but there's still huge opportunity to grow. There's still huge opportunity to find clients, sign new clients, and really scale up very, very fast. Also, in my experience, building a marketing agency has been extremely enjoyable. I've tried almost everything under the sun when it comes to making money online, drop shipping, running an e-commerce brand, doing freelancing, and a whole load of other things, but ultimately building a marketing agency has been the most enjoyable. Okay, it's the one where I've been able to take myself out of the equation and focus on bigger picture stuff, whereas when I was stuck freelancing, drop shipping and different things like that, I was stuck in the operations. I was stuck working a 9 to 5 essentially, even though I thought I wasn't. So throughout this video, I've dropped in a couple of little nuggets of my teachings, things that I really pride myself on and my agency on, which is picking one service, finding the right clients, and ultimately finding a way to keep new clients coming to you, and at least having conversations with clients in a regular manner. Every single day talking to new business owners, and every week signing new clients. That's really what we strive for here, is signing clients on a very consistent basis. So if you have a case where you do lose a client, because it does happen every now and then, you have new clients coming in ready to take their spot. And I think that's incredibly important, okay? Now, if you want more of my direct teachings of how I grew my agency to a 6-figure mark, check out the link in the description. I've got a guide in there. It's called the 6-figure roadmap, and I'm giving the next few people $10 off with the code SAVE10. So definitely check that out if you want my direct advice on how you can scale a marketing agency and how you can do it effectively. Addressing 3 big questions: how to find a service to offer, how to find clients, and how to consistently scale. So if you want to check that out, head to the link in the description. If you have any other questions, drop them in the comments or DM me on Instagram. And apart from that, pound the like button and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.